This is a spine flow for scoliosis. Even if you may not have an obvious curvature in the spine, you might still have an imbalance, and this video could also be for you. Start by sitting with your legs in diamond shape here. If you need to, you can roll up the mat, the back part of the mat, so that you can raise the pelvis a little bit. That will help you to sit more comfortably upright, or sit on a yoga mat. Lean forward, scoop the belly in. Now have your legs straight, flex your feet, and just try to lean forward gently without pushing yourself too hard. Pull up the buttock flesh because we want to prepare ourselves for the next movement where we try to sit directly on top of the sit bones. Continue to flex your feet. That will help to lengthen the hamstrings. Lean forward as much as you can. If you are sitting on a block, you will not be able to lean forward that much, but you feel a stronger pull along your hamstrings. That's still a very good thing. We are beginning to wave the spine here. Having the legs really straight will release the lower back. Therefore, start to bring your spine forward. Wave it back by curling it back. So have your spine really straight, arching forward. Scoop the belly in and slowly coming back with a curl back. Gradually feel yourself going deeper, further. You can even slow down the movement so that you feel your spinal movement more. At a point where you feel you have reached the furthest, you can also hold for a couple of seconds. Then slowly start to wave your spine more, making it more fluid. It's still the same motion. Upright spine, arching a little as you go forward, reaching your lowest point before you curl your spine back. So it will feel and look like a wave here. Because you transition between straight, arching spine and curl spine. Throughout all this, if you can, keep your legs absolutely straight here. Hamstrings engage. The more our hamstrings can engage, the more space we have in our lower back, and the more fluid our spine can be when we move. Have your legs in diamond shape now, if you like. Continue and repeat the same movement, waving the spine. Straight spine, arching forward, curl spine back. If you feel this more challenging, you can go back to the straight leg position, continue to sit propped up on a yoga block or roll yoga mat. Or if you like, you feel your hips are open enough, you can try this version. Perhaps take away the props that will help you to go deeper into opening the lower back. One fact about scoliosis spine: even if your curve is not in the lumbar region, often the lumbar gets quite taut or tight, because when the upper part of the spine lacks mobility, many scoliosis or imbalanced spine people will start moving the lower back, trying to compensate. That's a very common pattern. So no matter where your curve is, release the lower back, lean forward, and open up as much as possible as the spine melts down. Arching the rib cage more, looking diagonally up towards the sky here, lifting the sternum. And just curling down, letting yourself collapse for a short while, because that is melting the spine down. And we will prepare and do the next movement. Curl and open up the chest. Curl and open up the chest. Note that as you curl, both legs are straight. As you open up the chest, the leg towards which we are rotating to is bent. So don't just bend your leg. Try to keep your spine arched so that the chest is open and both legs are flexed, and the leg that is straight is our support. So make sure to have it as straight as possible, because that is your anchor for strength. To support the spine, we need a lot of strength in the legs to hold the body at the center so that the spine is freer to move. It doesn't have to do the job of holding us to keep us stable. Always remember that the spine is meant to move. The legs and the core are meant to keep us stable. Flex the feet, straight legs again, curl the spine, and bring your arms up into an arch, palms face up. Again, interlace your fingers, palms face front in curl, palms face up in arch spine. You can also integrate the feet here. As you bring the arms up, you point. As you bring the arms to the front, you flex. The pointing and flexing of the feet actually also play a part in giving us more space. More space in both the front and the back body. Now let's prepare the next movement in an asymmetrical all fours here. Open up the palms, keep the arms straight, have your back as straight as you can, pelvis arching if possible. Bring both arms to your right side. We're starting the right side first, looking down but not dropping the head. Stretch out your arms and having it straight as much as possible. You will really feel the pull on one side of the torso. Again, checking that your pelvis is neutral. You are not arching too much, or neither are you curling too much. Keeping it neutral. Keep your little lordotic curve if you can, and have both arms stretched out to the second side here. Curl your toes under, and now you will feel the opposite side of your torso being lengthened. You can also take note to see which side gives you more sensation. That is likely the side that is shorter. Repeat the movement. See if you can reach a tiny wee bit further front, even if it's just 1 centimeter. It's still a lot because you are straightening the arms, opening up the underarm, lengthening up the torso. Keeping the lower back neutral, the pelvis will slightly arch because of our lordotic curve. Same thing with the other side, and notice how the torso sensation might or might not have changed. In a sense, do you feel a little bit more comfortable doing this now? Gradually giving your imbalanced spine more length. That should feel good, although it might also be intense. Then just come to sitting facing front here. Bend one knee, have the heels towards your perineum. Lengthen out the other leg here, flex your foot. And slowly reach out to the toes if you can. Note that I have my opposite arm at the back here, touching the thigh of the straight leg. That actually feels really good because it opens up the shoulders and the ribs more off the side of the bent leg. Do the same movement and look diagonally up. So having the other arm behind you helps open the chest more and will help you to go lower as well. You will feel more lengthening along the side torso. Keeping the straight leg as straight as possible. As straight as you did at the beginning or straighter because you may have gradually lengthened out the hamstrings more already. Don't rush through these movements. Take your time. Feel your spine slowly melting down, lengthening, creating space within. Cross both legs, have one in front of the other, and just bend towards the thigh of one leg. Walk your hands to the front and continue to bend cross over to the other thigh. Again, walk across the front with your hands and coming back here. Feeling your pelvis is equal no matter which side you are going. And keeping that aligned feeling, let's try again. So if you are to your right, make sure your left pelvis and sit bones is grounded as much as possible. That will help open up the left side of the lower back more. Hold it and let the tissue slowly glide itself open. And to the other side. And for this last movement here, let's do an easy roll down and up. When I say easy, I don't mean throwing your legs as you do it. There is still core connection. There is still scooping the belly in, rounding your lower back here, because we still want to lengthen the spine. And doing it with awareness of connection within. And the more connected we are, the easier this feels. So with easy, I meant take it easy when you do it, but you still need to be fairly connected. Do it at a consistent pace here. Try not to throw your legs towards your chest. We want to keep to the same pace and the same shape of the body, whether you are rolling down or up, as much as possible, so that we don't compensate in this moving curl back. Straighten the legs here. Pull the legs towards you as much as possible as you curl your head, neck, shoulders up. This will lengthen the lower back. Point your toes, lengthen out the hamstrings. Bend your elbows. You must bend your elbows. You will engage your core. You will lengthen the lower back. You will lengthen the hamstrings. You will even lift your chest. Pull it towards you and slowly, slowly bring the legs down. I'm going to end this video here. Thank you so much for moving with me. And if you like my channel, my videos on spine, do consider to like, share, subscribe. I would appreciate that very much. It will help me to grow my channel. I'll see you again very soon in the next video.